could stay young or you could grow old. Let it go. 'Cause I'm a good for broke. You could go hard or you could go home. You could live life or you could just fold. Let it go. 'Cause I'm a good for broke. Look, I started with $1 and a dream, right? So I can show these people how to dream right. I can show them how to aim for the stars and take it to the arenas from the street lights. Damn, oh, this is what the top feels like. I still remember ramen noodle meal nights. I still remember checking my account and having $26 when I signed my record deal night. And I remember being cold, and my apartment used the heater from the kitchen stove. Highs and lows, that's how it goes, so I gotta roll something up just to cope with the pressures of growing up, man. What a week. We made it to the bar cause we need to heal up. You gotta play for keeps. Cause aces tend to stay with dealers. You got to believe it. But I'm a sinner too, so I ain't preaching. Just keep on dreaming. Cause all the bad days come for good reasons. Ay. You could get high or you could get low. You could stay young or you could grow old. Let it go. Cause I'm a good for broke. You could go hard or you could go home. You could live life or you could just fold. Let it go. Cause I'm a good for broke. Yeah. And if I had $1 for every time they told me what I wouldn't be, I would be a rich man with the crib on a big hill. But I gotta work to get paid, earn my own way, work the third shift, burn the whole split since birth. Hold on, let me get it. Look, failure was not an option. I gotta be at the top. Like I'm sorry, but I don't really feel sorry for y'all. 'Cause I'm a good for broke. You could go hard or you could go home. You could live life or you could just fold. Let it go. 'Cause I'm a good for broke. Look, I started with $1 and a dream, right? So I can show these people how to dream right. I can show them how to aim for the stars and take it to the arenas from the street lights. Damn, oh, this is what the top feels like. I still remember ramen noodle meal nights. I still remember checking my account and having $26 when I signed my record deal night. And I remember being cold, and my apartment used the heater from the kitchen stove. Highs and lows, that's how it goes, so I gotta roll something up just to cope with the pressures of growing up, man. What a week. We made it to the bar cause we need to heal up. You gotta play for keeps. Cause aces tend to stay with dealers. You got to believe it. But I'm a sinner too, so I ain't preaching. Just keep on dreaming. Cause all the bad days come for good reasons. Ay. You could get high or you could get low. You could stay young or you could grow old. Let it go.
Future Wrestling Podcast is officially live, and it's time for the SummerSlam post show. And of course, I have some special guests and I have a co-host for tonight. First off, we have Slits from the Slam Pigs Podcast. Kristen, how are you today, and where can they check you out on Twitter and all your little Instagrams, whatever you have, Snapchats, dating websites, whatever you have?
Oh, God. Wow, that threw me off. Thanks for that, Logan. Thanks for having me on the show. Wow. Yeah, no, that kind of threw me off, not gonna lie. You want to follow me on Twitter at MissMarch89. Snapchat is LadyLuck89, 2 Y's, 2 K's. Instagram is at MissMarch1989. And of course, you can watch me on Cruise Control.
That is exactly right. And also, we have a special guest, also from Slam Pigs Podcast. He is the owner of Habiki DMD. Travis, how are you today, sir? And where can they check you out?
Hey guys, what's happening? Thanks for having me. Although Logan kind of had to pull my leg because I didn't actually plan to be on, but I'll stick around for a little while. Yeah, as Logan said, you can check me out on Twitter at the Habiki TV. Check out the Habiki TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe and like, and check me out on Kayfabe Today Podcast. Logan's co-host Broski Show this channel first thing in the morning.
I just let it go. You could get high
Thank you, Travis. We also have a third and final guest. Well, two guests. It was Travis. And we have Colin Dunn. Colin, how are you, and where can they check you out, and what do you do?
What don't I do is the better question. No, you can check me out on Twitter at UberTaiGuy. I am also one of the co-hosts to the Pro Wrestling Roundtable, which you can find on YouTube on the James Hebert Side 95 channel. It's been a night, man.
Indeed, it has. Everybody. Yep, you could say that. Definitely a shitty night. But we are here for the SummerSlam post show. We're trying to get this live, get this going, try to finish it within an hour or so. So, guys, I'm happy to be live. Do we want to start off with
for you, right? This is your first episode.
I know. First off, and pop my cherry, and there's just a piece missing, and I miss my broski.
Well, you got the other half of the Camanda Nights, and I'll try. I can't live up to the man, but for God's sake, Logan, I'll try my best to fill in for broski tonight.
I hope so. I mean, you're perfect at co-hosting and hosting and anything that you do, Travis. So
I thought you were going to say you're perfect at being B Squad. So.
I mean, he's got that deep and subtle voice. So I mean, I think Hibiki does pretty well.
Thank you, sir. And good to hear from Colin again. I haven't talked to Colin in a while. Always good to hear from the last. Slitsy, I talk to Slitsy every week on Cruise Control and Slam Picks, so cheap pop for there. Yeah.
I mean, it's truly not as you are not a B guy. You are an A guy. You're not Colin. He's an F guy. I don't know why I messaged him, but
jeez.
Hot fire, hot goddamn takes already. SummerSlam has you that salty. Because I'd be the most fired up I've ever seen Logan.
Asshole do this.
Apparently, Logan needs to just get some stock in fucking Morton Salt Company. You fucking salty bitch.
You could say that. I guess we can start off the night with the kickoff show. We had Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys versus The Miz and his Miztourage for in front of about 15 guys.
It was the modern day empty arena match.
It was an empty arena match. That's exactly.
I had to check my sheet, and I was like, on the rundown, I'm like, wait a minute, was there an empty arena gimmick match? But no, it was just the fucking pre-show.
Well, when you start a match, 15 minutes into letting people into the door, you're not going to have a very big audience.
I'd like to think.
Well, it's WWE booking, so.
This 2-hour pre-show shit, okay. I like to think after this they learned their lesson. 2 hours is a lot. Maybe just save it for a Mania from now on. Because if the fans in the building who paid tickets aren't even showing up, and I'm pretty sure they know it starts at 5, I mean, what's that say?
No, they were outside and ready to go in. They opened the doors as soon as the pre-show started, and then they started the match way too fucking early.
Yeah, they're getting concessions and merchandise.
But all of the merch.
Like I said off air to Logan earlier, it's a shame they took one of the hottest guys in the world wrestling-wise last year, Matt Hardy, and reduced him to, this is like a state fair show now, like the amount of people basically. But,
he was back in TNA briefly.
Yeah, perfect synopsis. And, it doesn't help they throw him a Jason Jordan.
They're used to it.
God, but they did it. It is what it is, I guess. Greener pastures for the Hardys, hopefully, after this. I'd like to thank Logan.
There's a lot to really talk about. The Hardys to me didn't deserve, and even Jason Jordan. He's a great athlete, and for those three, who cares about the Miztourage? The Miz is good on the mic. I think he deserves more than what he was given tonight. So did the Hardys. So did Jason Jordan. And I gotta say, I mean, even the Miztourage has done more lately than they've ever done in their whole entire career.
Curtis Axel tonight looked like a hipster and young version of Corporate Kane.
The Go Green Kane, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Go Green Kane.
I can see that.
Is it a gimmick?
Did somebody jump on the call? Did I hear that sound effect right? Do we have another guest?
Yep. Yep, we have Lane.
Lane, are you here?
Maybe not. He may be having audio issues.
Lane, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are actually live on a wrestling podcast. I was trying to get a hold of you to see if you would be interested in doing it. Do you feel like sticking around?
Hold up, I gotta get some headphones here really quick.
Okay.
We got another person.
Like yes.
Cue the Daniel Bryan chants. Yes.
Speaking of Daniel Bryan chants, that fucking back and forth with Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
apparently that was my get up and go pee break. Because I missed that apparently.
Kristen, did you see the Hardys match at all?
I did. And I was very fucking disappointed. Like,
did they look salty to be out there in front of 12 people? Did they just look?
I would.
Did they look pissed? Because I would have been.
I mean, like, and if anyone wants to disagree with this, by all means, go ahead. But you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. You never know with me. But I mean, like, I see Hardy Boys eventually sometime down the road being Hall of Famers. I mean, they fucking earned it.
For sure.
As long as they've been in this business. I would be salty as fuck. Like I said, I'd be taking stock in fucking Morton Salt. I'd be a salty bitch. Like you said, briefly, like, that would be a reminder of, like, TNA. Fuck that owl. Fuck that shit. I would have been pissed. By all means, like, I mean, like you said earlier, Travis, before the show started, I mean, it was essentially reduced to pretty much The Miz going right after Jeff's knee. And I mean, like, I get it. Miz is a heel. You're supposed to not like him. I get that. But I mean, this match was just like, what the fuck?
Well, see, that's the thing, and it goes back to what Colin had said. I think this was just a flat-out boneheaded booking decision. Like, he's right. They literally kicked this off when people were still filing in the arena, still finding their seats. If anyone's ever been to one of these shows live, you don't just go in and get your seat. It takes a minute. You got to wait in lines. Your kids will probably get hungry if you have kids, all that stuff. They just didn't plan this well. And I think in their little teeny brains, booking-wise, they thought those seats, there are going to be a lot more people in those seats. So they maybe, like, I don't think they did this as a punishment. This was just a bad judgment call, you guys would say, right?
Well, no, that's punishment. Yes. I mean, none of them have done anything to be punished.
Exactly.
I'd still be pretty salty about fucking, hey, let's fucking book you. Like, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. If I was one of those workers out there, I'd be pissed at that booking call. Definitely. Like, what the fuck is this? I should have just stayed in TNA, like Colin said.
Right?
Well, let's be honest. Wrestling in front of 20 people and getting paid on time, wrestling in front of 20 people and not getting paid at all.
Yeah, I mean, you got me there all day.
Touché. Well played.
Well, we asked the man himself. Oh, wait, no, I think Lane's mic is fixed, Logan. He's on board now.
Yeah, I'm fixed.
All right, Lane, welcome to... No, you're totally fine. Welcome to Future Wrestling Podcast Live, SummerSlam post show edition. Lane, where can they check you out, and what do you do, sir?
They could check me out on Hammers Productions YouTube channel. I'm the resident filmmaker there, I guess you could say.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. And
by accident, I didn't notice until I saw my Skype pop up and just go. So
that's a fairly accurate representation of what it sounds like too.
Yeah, it just got really weird. So that's it.
Well, welcome on board. I'm glad to have you. I guess we can go and move on to the Cruiserweight Championship. Akira Tozawa defending the champion just days after winning it against Neville on the kickoff show. And I want to before we even talk about the match itself, Travis, did you like the gear for Neville tonight? The white.
Oh, I'm going to pull the curtain back and totally throw myself under the bus. I didn't watch any of the pre-show until the tag match. I totally took a pass. I knew going in.
Oh, damn.
I've learned my
True.
lesson with this stuff. Even having them do like podcasts, even though I didn't know it was coming on tonight, it would just completely burn me out if I did that. I knew it would, and I didn't want to do that to
It's
myself.
probably why I feel so deflated after watching the show, because I watched the pre-show from beginning to end.
It's like I'm the after pick and Colin's the before pick. What not to do in these marathon wrestling shows. I'm on fumes.
Well, you definitely need to look it up, and then we come back to you.
Well,
I want to get
Logan. Let me say real quick. Back to our show on Cruise Control last week. Called it. Did I not call it? They were going to even Steven this.
Yeah,
shit.
she did.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
just
wish they
can't
would
fucking
just
help themselves. They just can't with this even Steven bullshit at the end of the day. And it is what it is.
I wish they wouldn't have given the title to Tozawa at all. I wish they wouldn't have done the match. I wish this would have been the match.
That's where he
Neville
won.
just retains.
I agree with the call. I totally agree with the call of Hot Shot booking doing it on Raw. It got a lot of attention, caught people off guard. That's what Raw is sorely missing, is this captivating, exciting thing. It's pretty much paint by numbers every week. You know what Raw's going to be. That caught people off guard, which is fine. There's more eyes on free television on the network anyway. More eyes saw that. You know what I'm saying?
I do agree. Go on.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, I do agree that I did like that they gave Tozawa the title on Raw, because it's like, oh shit, that's cool. Now and it was a good match, so it could mean like, okay, now I kind of want to watch the show. But at the same time, both matches were for free because it was on the pre-show, which everyone can watch, and you gave Neville the title back, so there was no fucking point. I get the decision to like stir up some excitement for the show and for that match, but when you're just going to give the title back, there's really no point in doing it at all.
No, I'd have to completely agree with that. I mean, I wish either they hadn't given him the title Monday night, or let him get that shit. Let him get that tonight. Like, what was the point? I mean, I love Akira Tozawa. I just like bugging Logan with the ha chats every single time. As I had a British accent there. What the fuck was that? But I mean, Neville pretty much, was a good match overall. I'm not going to say it was shit. It wasn't the greatest. But, I mean, literally, once Neville sent him crashing into the ring apron, he refused to let up. I mean, yes, Tozawa did battle back, and I get that. But I mean, as soon as Neville got that red arrow, I knew it. 1, 2, 3. I don't see the point of the back and forth. We don't need that. Either don't give him the title like you did Monday, or let him win it tonight. But
exactly,
I just didn't see the point of that. I mean, WWE's good for being fucking retarded, so.
That's a hot take right there. Mark it down.
Mm-hmm.
No, overall, it wasn't the best. It wasn't a terrible match, but it wasn't anything I'd write home about either.
You would like I said, I didn't see the match, so you guys would agree across the boards. I guess they've had.
Yeah, I don't think that they've had really good matches. Did I think this was a great match? No, but I mean, I think these two have yet to have the greatest match they're capable of having against one another.
Right.
Colin, since you got to watch the kickoff, did you actually like Neville's gear, or?
I thought he looked a little out of place in the all white. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I saw some people saying it was a cool outfit. I wasn't a huge fan.
See, that's the thing.
I didn't care one way or the other.
They have a bad habit of doing this. Don't make your heels cool. They're supposed to be heels. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. That's why all your baby faces are getting booed 9 times out of 10, you know?
Sorry. I'm doing this for all the people that like me. Boo.
I think it's time to move on to the SmackDown Live.
Could I say?
Go ahead, Lane.
Could I say one quick thing? Just thought the Cruiserweight match. I thought out with one of the best cruiserweight matches that I've seen so far on the pre-show.
Look at that.
Hmm.
Now I want to see it. This man is making me hyped to see this match. Way better than you guys did. Shit. You guys are,
Well-
Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downers over here. Little Debbie. 25 cents a pop.
God. Nope.
Well, Mr. Cruise Control himself, this is kind of his show. What did our resident cruiserweight representative think of that, Logan? What did you think, personally?
I actually thought the match on Raw stood out more to me than tonight.
The match on Raw was great. This one kind of fell flat to me.
Travis, I'm actually going to send you the picture of his gear because I know what you're going to say right when you see it. So I'm going to put it in the group chat right now. I know what you're going to say.
I'm going
What am I going to say, Logan?
You are going to say he has Tony Nese's gear.
Oh, great. I can't wait to see it now. I'm just going to rush right
No.
to it.
He kind of did look like Tony Nese.
Oh, stop.
Like a smaller, thinner Tony Nese.
It's going to be like not as clear, but
Oh, yeah. That's totally... they're a tag team now. Him and Nese, totally.
Oh, God.
Wow.
yeah,
Did he
I
borrow his...
told you.
Did Neville forget his gear in his luggage, so he just borrowed Nese's undies?
Ryder, his luggage got lost
Yep.
and was like, hey, niece,
Wow.
I need to borrow something real quick. I got you, bro.
I mean, but to not be, like, splitty hairy about it, I guess, with, like, outfits and stuff. I mean...
Splitty Harry.
I didn't know. It's been a long night of wrestling, guys. Sorry. But,
Yep. Overall, I think this Cruiserweight Championship match, I think it fell flat, and I think it always falls flat because when it's on the kickoff show, I think a lot of times it deserves to be on the main card.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
When was the last time the Cruiserweight Championship was on the main card?
On a Raw pay-per-view.
Extreme Rules, I think, was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because they put it on the pre-show at Great Balls of Fire, so before that, then... Whatever it was.
Mhm. It was a submission match between
Yep.
Neville and...
Aries, yeah.
yeah.
Which is, what's the logic in that? Like, you had this brand new title. I mean, for Christ's sakes, and all due respect to Natty and Naomi, you're giving that on this pay-per-view. That should have totally got flipped with the Cruiserweight title match, in my opinion.
Agreed.
No, I would have put that fucking shark cage match on the pre-show.
I would have put that in the fucking trash can. That's where that shit needs to be. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
All right, let's move on to the tag team title match, shall we?
Yep.
Please?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Let's
Yeah.
move on to the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, which the New Day defended it against the Usos once again. And I'm telling you right now, Travis, when we did the podcast for Slam Pigs for that one pay-per-view, the very first match that they had, between New Day and Usos, in my opinion, the chemistry came back every other match that they've had with the Usos, and they've actually put on 10 out of 10 matches lately. So I think this was actually the best match on the kickoff show by far.
I'd go as...
I'd agree with that. It was a great tag team match, and the New Day and the Usos have consistently put on great tag team matches with each other. The chemistry is insane, and the match quality they have is just insane. Like, I was disappointed because I wanted New Day to retain, but I mean, well.
No, I thought it was pretty good overall. I mean, I love the fact. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely torn because while I'm happy that the Usos won, I am still kind of pissed that New Day lost because I own both type of T-shirts. Yes, I'm that kind of mark. But speaking of which, my day one is H, or day one ish shirt should be here Tuesday. But no, I mean it was pretty much back and forth. the Usos pretty much slowed it down. Big E, charging in. The Usos kicking the shit out of him, literally pouncing on him until Big E couldn't get up anymore. I mean, it was pretty good. Am I the only one that noticed? And maybe I'm a little bit of a nerd for this, but the Usos kind of donning like a Red Lantern themed ring gear.
Yes.
Anybody else notice that?
I heard it was supposed to be themed out of like the Agents of Mayhem show.
Yeah, so it was one of those. I caught I walked into the pre-show of this match and I caught a glimpse and I thought of like Dragon Ball Z for some reason because they've done that before, I guess. But I had to look harder. Yeah, I thought it was either like Red Lantern Corps or what you just said, Colin, one of the two.
But no, these, and what makes me laugh is JBL was like, if you had any doubt about who the best two tag teams were, you don't have any doubt after this match. And I kind of have to agree with that. Lately, they've been putting on matches that are spectacular. I mean, I definitely would have liked to have seen New Day retain, but I'm happy for the Usos, I guess.
I think there's better tag teams in the world, and JBL totally has that. I don't know if it's a bad habit, but I'll say it's a bad habit of over-glorifying things, shall we say. Like, I'm sure he said Nakamura and Mahal was one of the best title matches of all time tonight. That's just what JBL does, and that speaks to who's in his ear, too, in the headset. But these two are definitely up there right now. I don't know if they're the best two teams, in my opinion, but they're up there.
The only question I have, and I don't know why I'm saying it for the SmackDown Live, do you guys think the Authors of Pain will be coming up?
I think the Authors of Pain, and I called this, I want to say like a month ago on Twitter, I think the Authors of Pain are going to be the ones who were the ones attacking Breezango. It'll make no sense logically, but I still think it's going to happen.
When does WWE booking ever make sense as of lately?
I'll cut clean. That was my prediction tonight. I thought Joe was going to win the Fatal 4-Way with help from the Authors of Pain because I want to see that stable so bad. Joe and the AOP would be just a badass fucking group.
AOP!
I don't know.
Hold it down.
I heard it, and it might have been on the prediction show that I was on. I can't remember exactly, but someone brought up the Authors of Pain losing a takeover only to come up tonight, and they help Mahal retain, but they also beat the shit out of the Singh brothers, and so it's Mahal and the Authors of Pain, which I would be on board for that.
Doesn't make sense though, really. Why would he turn on his friends who did nothing to him, or his whole gimmick is based on Indian descent, and they're of Indian descent? Why would I don't know. But it's WWE. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sure they're going to do it. So.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Lane, what did you think of this SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match?
When was the last time they wrestled again? It was...
I think the last SmackDown pay-per-view.
Yeah. I thought that one was better than this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you because a couple of them crazy ass spots that they did during that match was amazing.
I actually totally agree. That's what I was going to say too, and it got to me. That super kick spot too off the springboard from Battleground, that was a really sick spot.
And my gosh, that was... Yep, this match to me was just like a normal, traditional, like, we expect what they did in this match. We expected it.
This one definitely had its moments. That plancha to the outside where the Uso caught him into a Samoan drop, which looked a tad bit sloppy, but they pulled it off. Like, he saved it well. I thought I'd never really seen that before done. I thought that was cool.
I honestly think a lot of the Samoan drops are sloppy. Sometimes.
Yeah, that sequence where Woods got dropped to the outside, and then I think Kingston did something, and then Woods did the spear. That whole 30-second thing, I was on Twitter, and I was looking back and forth between my phone during that sequence of events, and the entire time I'm thinking, holy shit, all three members of the New Day just got concussed at once.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was scary.
I don't want to laugh at that.
It was a scary spot. Every time Big E does that, I think he's going to die, honestly.
Yeah, no, he has almost killed himself at least 4 times on that fucking spear.
Doesn't he have fucking what's her name to fucking nurse him back to health? He'll be alright.
Who?
Who?
The fucking broad that was like. God damn it! Fuck you guys.
No, I'm
You
actually.
left it
I am
wide open
serious.
in our defense to do that. I'm just saying.
I'm
I
trying
am
to remember what her name is. That's so bad.
But go ahead, Kristen. Like, do you know something about Big E that we don't?
What am I like the fucking go-to when it comes to wrestlers' fucking love lives and shit? Jeez.
Well, you said that he had somewhere to somebody to go home to.
Fucking what's her name? The video that he just did with the chick who popped the mint in his mouth.
Caitlyn?
Yeah, they're fucking.
I wouldn't be
They're fucking for a
surprised.
while.
Oh shit!
How did we get here
I
from the
thought
tag
she
match?
was
Who
your
Caitlyn's having
saint.
sex with?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I guess. What?
with all the fucking rumors of
Leave
Braun
it to
Strowman,
slits.
yeah, leave it to sluts to do something like this.
Guys,
Damn.
guys, it's fucking. So don't you mean clits?
My
No,
God.
no, 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 no,
My
no, no.
God. Colin,
No.
I'm so proud I could burst at that.
That was beautiful. Actually, I approve that. You can't see it, but I'm giving you an air high five.
I'm not proud because she's sluts and he's clits because he's got a clit when Joey Ryan fucks him.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God.
Christ.
Jesus.
Wow,
I'm hitting
that
the button,
escalated
Logan,
quickly.
on your own show. I've taken over hitting the button. I'm censoring you. No, I'm not. God.
Oh God.
Well, time to move on. If anybody has any other final things about the tag team match.
I don't have anything about the tag team match, but hashtag walk with Elias. That whole segment served no purpose, but I loved it. I fucking love Elias Sampson.
No,
Yes.
drift away.
Say what you want. Say what you want, but Elias has something unique about him that like gets the crowd riled up and it makes him like stand out. Say what you want about him. He gets a
away.
free action.
They
I
don't
can't
boo
stand
him
Elias
because
Sampson.
like oh it's like you suck or oh like
He
they don't
suck.
They don't. Well, I know, but they don't boo him because he's a heel. He's like, he gets booed because he has legitimate heat with the crowd, and I love it. That's what makes him like a good heel. That's why I like Elias Sampson.
I think a lot of it is like sympathy heat. They're just glad to see Damian Sandow's employed again. And a lot, it was sad when he got released.
I was on Twitter, and someone I follow had tweeted something saying, what the fuck is Damian Sandow doing with a guitar? And someone replied to that tweet saying, wait, Elias is Sandow? And I was like, oh, fucking come on, dude.
He looks like a mixture of Sandow and Tony Nese. Speak of the devil again.
I would say more like Rollins than Sandow.
A little Rollins in there. By the way, speaking of Rollins, did you guys see Southpaw, the newest episodes? My God.
Yeah.
That was fucking beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Cheap plug for
I just want Rollins to do that gimmick in the Butchers with Rhino from now on. Like, I don't even
I would be so on board if WWE did like one of those like network specials, but it's the Southpaw characters wrestling. I would be so on board for that.
I think my favorite thing about that show is it's always about this build up to this horrible event, but you never see the matches, and I think that's what makes it beautiful. You know what I mean? I don't think they should ever show wrestling on there. Just keep it like this build up to this terribly named event, which is hilarious too. Like at the showdown at the swamp, all that stuff.
Showdown at the swamp.
Lethal Leap Year.
I was disappointed we didn't get any more like Rusev in season 2.
No, but we got Black Bart, fucking Jason Jordan now, so yeehaw.
Black.
I loved. They made a 4-second cameo, but I was all on board for fucking Papa Shango, Xavier Woods, and Big E. Loved it.
Well, I think it's definitely time to move on. Now it's time for like the worst match of the night: Big Show versus Big Cass with Enzo Amore.
No,
suspended above the ring in a truck
off with
cage.
Cena and Corbin is the opening.
It was Cena and Corbin. You skipped a match. God, were you that bored with that match?
Big match there, kind of.
Well, okay, let's go Cena and Corbin first. I was just going on down the list on the one website because they said that this match should have been a kickoff show match.
And I actually like the fact that they opened the show with Cena because it needed to be spread out, especially the 4-hour show. And I was like, oh, good, the match won't totally get shit on, the fans won't be dead for it. And they weren't dead. It was just a nothing match. It was a house show match. Like, nothing really happened. It was just 1, 2, 3.
It felt like this would be a house show type match.
Yeah.
Like, this was just John Cena's live event.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Buried Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin got fucking buried. Okay, here's my issue. Here's my issue with like what they've done with Corbin with the Money in the Bank briefcase last Tuesday and tonight. Okay, so WWE doesn't care if the wrestlers interact with fans on Twitter, and Corbin is a heel. He was purposely trying to be a dick, and one of the things that I guess people got pissed off about with Corbin was I guess he was trash talking some guy, and it turned out the guy was in the military. And Corbin immediately said, okay, I respect your opinion now, but I'm still going to disagree with you. But apparently that's one of the reasons they're pissed is because, WWE and the military have a strong connection with each other. Mm-hmm. And so they got pissed. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what the fuck? Well, if he wasn't in the military, who the fuck gives a shit?
I think nobody would care, exactly.
Exactly. If he wasn't in the military, this would have just been another one of, Corbin just talking to people. And who the fuck cares if he was, going back and forth with Dave Meltzer? No one gives a shit. He's a heel. It's what he does. He's supposed to be a shit heel who disagrees with every criticism he gets. He was doing his job. And they just flat out ruined his fucking career practically because he now holds the record for the shortest WWE Championship match in history with 6 seconds. That's his claim to fame right now. They fucking buried Baron Corbin.
Jeez.
But he lives in Undertaker's old house, though, so more power to him.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
He's also neighbors with Chris Jericho.
2 metal guys hanging out, having barbecues.
What a party.
What a god. There's so much metal at that party, the testosterone, you could cut it with a knife. Yeah, this.
And you can pick it up with chopsticks.
Look at that. Is it throwing you off that I'm a guest because you're so used to being on shows with me as the host, Logan? Is that why? There's all this.
Yes.
Well, you're the host, goddammit. You're steering this ship.
I'm trying to steer this ship. It's my first live show. I'm excited.
I legit, and I said I didn't know if I was going to stick around. I probably got 15 more minutes before I got to get out of here. Kids go back to school tomorrow, early day. But like I said, thank you for having me. But I'll stick around a little bit longer.
Okay. And then I guess I'll message you when we're close to being done.
Let me know when you guys. Yeah. Just let me know you guys wrap up all that good stuff.
Okay. Lane, did you have any final comments about the John Cena and Baron Corbin match?
I thought it was a good opening match. I thought if I were to change one match, it would be this one. I would have liked to have seen Baron really disqualified himself and get really angry at Cena and just go crazy on him.
It's the fact that he didn't do anything after the match that really just what the fuck. After losing, he didn't attack Cena. He just that's that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get.
I think he was just frustrated. Yeah, he was frustrated, in my opinion.
But to me, this also looked like a match. It looked like a SmackDown match. Corbin didn't look like he was angry that Cena had just cost him one of the biggest opportunities he's ever had. It looked like Corbin was just out there for a match.
That's because I hate to burst bubbles, but at the end of the day, Baron Corbin is fucking awful. He has no psychology. You saw his feeble attempt at an on-the-fly promo comeback against Cena. He's just flat out a skinny fat guy who's tall, and that's literally, and he came up, and credit to him, he did come up with an amazing finisher. I love the End of Days, or whatever it's called. But he sucks, and I hate to burst bubbles, but he's just not that good. He's really not, and I don't think he's worth the investment. I don't think he can hold a world title and bring anything extra to it. That's just my fault. Like, I don't flat out hate Corbin. Solid mid card, big heel, whatever. I don't see, I guess, what other people see.
I
think he should have won the IC belt at Mania as like a start.
Yeah.
No, I don't see anything special about him. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
I think the only thing that stood out about this match was that choke slam, like backbreaker that he did on John Cena. That was
about the only thing that stood out.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But moving along, we also have, in my opinion, one of the best matches of the night. SmackDown Women's Championship, Naomi defending it against Natalya.
I'm just fucking happy Natalya's won a goddamn title.
6 years. I didn't even know that until they said it on commentary. That's a shame, honestly. She's way too talented for a 6-year drought on the title.
Agreed.
And this match wasn't bad at all, actually. To me, it was kind of like a glimpse of watching Asuka and Ember Moon from the night before. It was kind of so close to just thinking, like, this isn't a bad match. And it was a shocking finish.
I was glad. I
love how Natalya went right after. But that she didn't waste any time. I mean, literally everything. I mean, like, literally, she put Naomi in so much trouble. Like, every time Naomi offered any kind of resistance, Natalya was like, nope, fuck that shit. I mean, I love the fact. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, and we've had this discussion before about the belt when it came to Naomi with the Feel the Glow. Like you said, probably a good Christmas gift coming out. WWE, make the kids belt for the little girls and shit. But I was kind of surprised that it had been 6 years. Like, I thought it maybe had been, I mean, it has been a while. I knew that much. But the fact that it had been 6 years since she'd won any type of title like that, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't realize it had literally been that long. Like, I knew it'd been a few years, but 6, I was like, holy shit.
I had predicted that Carmella was going to come out and cash in on. I had figured Natalya was going to win. That's who I thought would win, and I'm glad she did. But I had said that I thought Carmella.
A lot of people expected Carmella to cash her.
I'm so glad that she didn't. That's the thing. I'm really glad Natalya's at least going to get. I mean, there's every possibility that she cashes in on Tuesday, but at least she's going to get some sort of reign with it, even if it is 2 days.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's why she didn't cash in, because they knew everyone was predicting that.
You're right.
She's probably like, fuck. I mean, not cash in my title.
Well, plus, and realistically, if you're looking at it from a kayfabe standpoint, it wouldn't make sense. Natalya just won. She wasn't injured or anything,
she wasn't vulnerable.
It was an opportunity to cash in.
Yep.
Right.
I completely agree. What did you think of the match, Lane?
I thought I usually will do this. I'll give like match of the night contenders. That was one of my 3 that I had. I thought what they did was perfect. I had no problem with anything that they did in the match. Definitely a match of the night contender, if anything.
Yeah, Natalya, I think, deserves it. There was rumors on a couple of the websites that I read that Naomi was going to actually hold the belt until close to WrestleMania. But obviously, Vince McMahon changed his mind, and I wonder how long that lasted until you're like, damn it, give her Natalya the belt.
My God, Vince McMahon.
Natalya brings back the old belt and gets rid of that fucking toy that Naomi was carrying around.
She will.
To be fair, it's not as bad as the spinner belt, the butterfly belt, or the original undisputed title from 2002, which is like the ugliest belt ever. I've always defended them like slam pick and stuff. Like I get why they did it, merchandise wise, it's a good business move. But I mean, tackiness, yeah, it's tacky to look at. And of course, Jim Cornette probably had a stroke when he saw it.
I have no problem with that belt.
Yeah, see, there you go. Lane has no problem with it.
Well, which belt are we talking about, if I may ask?
The Feel the Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Feel the Glow piece of shit.
Throw that thing in the trash.
Hey.
I was talking about the WWE Undisputed title. I thought that was cool looking.
Honestly, honest to God.
Hand to God. Hand to God.
Hand to God. I think Travis is right. I honestly think Jim Cornette had a stroke, and that's why he's in GFW now.
Oh, dang! Shots
Shout out to
fired.
Bret Hart.
Hand to God. Hand to God.
God, we're fucking our karma up all over the place. Let's move the train along before I got to get out of here, Logan.
All right, Enzo Amore is suspended high up in a shark cage as Big Cass took on Big Show in the worst match of the night.
Agreed.
Agreed.
That was.
I don't have anything positive.
I shit you not. The 10-second Randy Orton Rusev match was better than Big Show and Big Cass's 10-minute match.
You know how sometimes you look at a match card and you always see that one match, sometimes more in this company, but that one match where you just need to take like a double dose of Prilosec because it makes your stomach turn. This was that for me going in. I knew this was going to suck. I didn't understand the booking. Why would you put a babyface in a shark cage? Babyfaces aren't supposed to interfere in the first place.
Am I the only one that felt uncomfortable with Enzo Amore stripping himself down?
He fucking Joey Ryan'd himself with the body oil, slipped out, fell, got like, big booted, and that was it. What was the fucking point?
I was actually more uncomfortable.
They could have done a spot where Cass, big booted him without the shark cage. Yep. The shark cage was not needed.
I like Enzo Amore, but even that segment where he just like stripped down, I'm like, ooh.
It nasty.
I know we've been saying it forever, how it kind of feels like at this point, Enzo feels like he goes on and on and on when he cuts a promo. This was maybe in the worst ever. This may have been the worst Enzo promo ever since he's been on the main roster. And I think they actually pulled the plug on it. I don't think it was supposed to get cut off like that.
People were chanting.
I think backstage they knew this was dying a slow death because it was. It really was.
Was it just me, or was this the third time Big Cass has gotten new music? Because it sounded different again.
Each version worse than the last two. I just want to point out.
No, this version is the best so far.
Nah. This
version not at all.
Shit started with.
This is a jobber music, like when you're creating a character in 2K. It's like, okay, get the outfit together, with some tattoos.
This was the match that totally cleared my living room out tonight. My kids, everyone, like they wanted nothing. Like everyone I went to make something to eat. It was just that bad. Like I said, we go to open minds with the guys. Like, don't ever, anyone listening to this, ever go out of your way to watch this match. It's.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to punish somebody, then by all means go watch this match.
Or make somebody hate pro wrestling. Those are the only two ways you should have someone watch this.
If you have really bad acid reflux and you need to throw up, watch this match.
Yeah, if you're bulimic and nothing else is working for you, I mean, have at it.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I guess on bulimic and all that diseases, I guess that's my cue to get out of here, guys. I really do. I got to hit the hay. But, man, thank you so much for having me again, Logan.
Of course. I'll message you when we're close to finishing up.
Sounds good. Guys, nice to meet you, Lane. Colin, always a pleasure. And Slits, I will see you on Cruise Control. And as always, find me on Twitter at TheHibikiTMD. Check out TheHibikiTMD on YouTube and all that good shit. Guys,
bye,
it's been tremendous.
Sleep well.
See you, Travis.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one, guys.
Well, it's moving on to almost like breaking records. Randy Orton versus Rusev. Man, this What was it, like 10
Just
seconds?
It was exactly 10 seconds.
Holy shit! Really?
Yep, 10 seconds. Well, I mean, the whole segment itself was about 5 minutes because you had Rusev like ambush him from behind, but like from bell to bell, it was bell rings, RKO. Mind you, it was a damn good looking RKO. It was fucking, I liked it. But from bell to bell, 10 seconds, it was just move on.
It was for like RKOing a big guy like Rusev. It was definitely better than him RKOing like a Big Show or Great Khali.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I feel like this didn't do anything for Rusev. Like the hole that he was already in.
Well, here's the thing.
That much deeper. It's like fuck.
I mean, Logan called me out on it. I think on the PWR podcast earlier in the week, but I saw somewhere. I can't find where, and it hasn't been reported, that much. But I heard somewhere that Rusev wants to be released. I think he might have been. I think like his wish will be granted soon, and this was just his way out. This was his like, okay, we're gonna release you, but go job to Randy Orton. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this was like his last match, like he's done.
I'd be kind of upset by that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be upset. Yeah, no, Rusev is definitely one of, if not like, he's one of the best people on the roster. He's talented. He can be a world champion, but they have just horribly underutilized him.
Mm-hmm. No, agreed. 110%. Fuck that. Like, I mean, I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do, but really, what the fuck was the point? That didn't help anybody. Anywhere.
Alternatively, someone had said something on Twitter like, oh, Randy, we're going to have you job to Jinder for 3 months, so at SummerSlam, pick your poison of who you want to beat in 10 seconds. Rusev? Okay.
That's funny. I like that, actually.
That is something else, I'm telling you right now. Any final comments on this match?
No, that match
before
was
we
shit.
move on.
I'll take it. The match could have been worse. I'll just say that.
It could have been worse. It could have been like Kane eliminating Santino Marella in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
It could be as bad as Collins 10 seconds with Joey Ryan, and then he comes or something.
Oh God! Come on! No pun intended.
Hey, that was a great 10 seconds for me.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
Hate you.
Well, this is the part where my acid reflux starts acting up, and I need to go watch Big Show and Cass. So. So moving on to the Raw Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks, and I'm gonna be honest. Like to me, the women's matches tonight showcased a lot that the women's division isn't as bad as you think, and I think this was the best match for these two so far out of every match that these two have had against each other.
No, I would definitely have to agree with that. And I was the only one who fucking picked Sasha Banks to win on that fucking prediction show. So fuck all you guys.
I went fucking 7-6 on this fucking show. Like until Natalya won, I hadn't got a single thing right. Like I'm pissed. I'm pissed that Lesnar retained, but he's the only reason I ended on the positive side.
Right. No, I'm not a big fan of Bliss. I like her, but I'm not like sold on her. If anyone wants to give me a reason to be sold on her, I may consider it. I mean,
this obviously isn't going to change your mind, but it might have been just me. But they showed a No Mercy advert, and I fucking loved it. It was just Alexa Bliss with some like weird cheerleader chant, but I've replayed it like at least 20 times already.
I'm sure you have. No, I'm kidding. But I love it. Sasha Banks with the Banks statement. Beautiful. And Sasha Banks is champion.
I'm not a fan. I wish a Bliss would have retained, but everyone is... I heard a few people on Twitter saying that, and I don't exactly know the correlation between it. It might have happened the last time there was one, but apparently people were saying all these championship changes are because there's going to be another superstar shakeup coming.
Oh God, I hope not.
Please
But I
no.
mean, with these two, I mean, Bliss and Sasha Banks have great chemistry. Like you said in the women's matches. I mean, there were a
Well,
lot
they
of
have good chemistry
lackluster.
because they don't like each other in real life. So
Really?
it's they do not like each other in real life, and I think both of them have like admitted that in interviews that they do not like each other.
I did not know that.
But in my opinion, I think that brings out the best out of the two when you don't like your opponent in
When
like
you
real
actually
life.
don't like them in real life,
Yeah.
right?
And I
got a
think
few
that.
opponents like that.
And let's be honest. Like Vince McMahon has always been about liking like storylines that are actually real life. Like damn
That
it.
feel real.
Matt and Jeff Hardy and
Yeah.
Matt, Lita, and Edge. Anybody?
Yeah, let's do a Matt, Edge, and Lita segment. Damn it. Yeah, like.
Oh, you mean like the simulated fucking in the middle of the ring, that kind of shit? Yeah, Vince is
Yeah, like. Yeah, like.
rated R superstar. Her nipple actually popped out on TV. I don't know if anyone realizes that.
Sorry, whose did?
Seen it 20 times.
When Lita.
When
Lita and Edge. I know that's so off track.
I've seen that plenty of times.
I looked and I'm like, wait, is that a titty? Rewind. Holy shit, that's a titty. Okay, go back again.
Well, there's your announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Slits has become. Never mind.
I've become what? Go ahead. Finish it.
A lesbian.
I'm not a lesbian.
With her strap on.
Look, just because I tell people to suck my strap on does not mean I've gone lesbian. No.
We all know Colin would.
Oh, God. Leave Colin alone.
Oh, my. Well, any final thoughts before we move on for the women's match? Lane, what did you think?
Not my favorite match. That's it. Not my favorite match.
You take that back.
I did not like the match. It was, I mean, I'll say
my wife.
It was better than Cass and it was better than Cass and Big Show. Yeah.
Well, anything's better than Cass and Big Show. Hell, even Baron fucking losing to Cena was better than that.
I guess moving on, we're going to move on to Bray Wyatt versus the Demon King, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
This was a lot shorter than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is like, there's really not much I can say.
It's exactly what I expected it to be. The demon made his entrance. The demon did his thing. The demon won.
I was going to say pretty much that was it. And then pretty much the fog floating around the ring as Balor and Bray kind of size each other up. It's like, okay, this may go pretty well, at least, in my head. I was like, okay, this could go one way or the other. Fucking Balor going after him right away. Loved it. The Eater of JoJo. The Eater of Worlds. Fucking Bray Wyatt. Sorry. I'm not sorry. But, both taunted each other. Both went on the kind of flurries back and forth. But, coup de grace, Balor. I'm definitely a Balor girl. I'm definitely a Balor Club girl. Absolutely. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the greatest match that they could have had, but it did really well to play up the parallel of Wyatt's character versus Balor's characters. Balor winning, this is what he needed right now. Like him losing, obviously would not have helped him. There could have been. These two are really both weird, if you look at the characters and story wise. So there could have been more strangeness and kind of supernatural kind of elements.
Right.
And Wyatt, I thought, could have been made to be more of a monstrous obstacle, but overall, I didn't think the match was bad.
I was going to say...
Go on.
No, go ahead. I would give it a B. It wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but I expected a little more.
This should have been the return the stuff that happened in Randy and Bray at Mania, the mat turning into crickets or some shit that should have been of that.
That shit was weird, but yeah, that was definitely something I could have looked forward to in this match. The weirdness of, because it didn't make sense with him and Randy. Like, that feud was so fucking stupid. I want to know how much dick somebody was like, God, I really want to see this. Go up to Vince, fucking juggle the balls a little bit. Be like, okay, now can we do this? Seriously, that's exactly how I felt with that storyline. I'm so, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, hopefully that feud is fucking ended for the love of God and all things considered holy.
I mean, at least they finally did it, because, I mean, they teased it, on the Superstar Shakeup episode where Bray came over to Raw, and then nothing came of it until now.
No, agreed. It definitely should have happened a long time ago, but I'm glad it finally happened. It did take a lot longer than I expected, though.
So, moving on to the Raw Tag Team title match, Cesaro and Sheamus taking on and defending the titles against Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
I would like to say,
Go on.
I would like to say, rest in peace, Beach Ball.
So happy, Cesaro. I was so happy Cesaro just leaped over the barricade, found it, and just ripped it apart. I was so happy.
I for a second, Cesaro saw something like a balloon again and just wanted to rip it, and then I saw, oh my gosh, he has the beach ball.
Hashtag RIP Beach Ball. I love it.
Fuck the beach ball.
I will agree with the beach ball. Fucking. I just wanted to just let that be known.
That sounds like you're trying to fuck a fat chick.
Hey. Her name was Melinda. She was a very nice woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just happy that, I really hope, and Travis has made this point before, too, I kind of hope that, I'm happy that Dean and Seth won the titles, because fuck that ginger, and that could go either towards Sheamus or another British fucking faggot. Fuck you. No offense to any of our gay listeners. We heart the gays, as Broski would put it. But no, overall, like you said, I love the fact that Cesaro was like, no, fuck this stupid fucking beach ball. This fucking.
And I don't even think someone had posted I bet it was a plan. I bet somehow they planned that. No, I think Cesaro legitimately was just okay, fuck this shit. We're doing the best we can, and you motherfuckers are talking about fucking beach ball. And he saw his opportunity, and he just found it and just ripped that shit out of pure anger.
Exactly. It was like, fuck you guys. This is a fucking serious match. I mean,
and it was a good match too.
No, this was a really good match. I actually
of all the matches they could have done this, why the fuck would they pick this one?
No, agreed. Well, the whole thing, I'm kind of hoping, Travis has said, that they get rid of Dean as a babyface. Hashtag make Dean heel, please. I mean, oh god, am I the only one that was thrown off by fucking Cesaro and Sheamus sporting the fucking camouflage kilt?
Those were so ugly. I'm tired of WWE trying to
I'm not trying to be a fashionista on this shit, but those things were fucking hideous. I mean, Sheamus hitting Ambrose with a fucking bro kick outside there, fucking beautiful. That was fucking
Scottish. I'm Scottish. I love kilts, but those were gross looking.
But those were gross looking. I mean, I love fucking when Rollins just did the fucking Hurricanrana right to send Cesaro into Sheamus. I was like, yes.
That was
I can't say. I don't know. This may have been match of the night for me. This actually kept my attention throughout almost the entire match. I mean, my network was being fucking retarded. Fix your shit, WWE.
It wasn't just me. Okay, cool.
No, my shit was I'm just kind of curious to see how this is going to turn out, because with Ambrose and Rollins' fucking shaky alliance, with the whole back and forth, which I'm hoping, like Travis said, turn Dean heel eventually. He's not that great of a babyface. He's not. And this is going to make it really intriguing for them as champions, because, everyone well, not everyone, let me rephrase that. Sorry, let me not speak on everybody's behalf. But the fact that a lot of people want a Shield reunion, even only a mini one. I mean, I would kind of be down for that, but I mean, I just think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few weeks, just because I kind of want to see Dean. I want to see Dean heel. I may be one of the few people. I don't know.
I'm the only one who wants Seth and Dean to just have a good title run and drop the titles and just be like, all right, that's it. Now we'll go our separate ways again, I guess. I don't want them to turn on each other. I want them to have like a good fucking title run.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him turn. I just want to watch the world burn.
Apparently.
As I did, anybody else have anything to add on that? I mean, I feel like I'm kind of like taking over.
One of my match of the night for sure.
Well, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that felt that way then. Logan.
Where the fuck did he go?
Maybe if we chant it like Goldberg, he'll show up.
Logan. There he is.
Logan.
Nah, I was having issues with the audio. You guys were going in and out, so my apologies.
In and out.
I was not falling asleep or anything, okay? Just saying.
That or not, I'll fuck you up.
No, it was for some reason having some issues. I guess moving.
The podcast just turned into an 8-hour stream of Logan snoring.
No.
All right, Logan, did you have anything to say about that match? What did you feel about it?
Well, the Cesaro, the tag team match, honestly, I didn't want them winning the belts. I didn't want them winning the titles right now. I thought it was too soon. To me, when you look at the Shield and you look at that fist, I think of all three of them. I think winning the champions don't really do anything with me personally. It just derails what Sheamus and Cesaro was accomplishing. And what they were accomplishing was something unique, something very good, and even the gimmick was good. So I don't want to see these guys like break up anytime soon. I want to see them get a rematch, beat them, win the titles back, and move on to something different.
Logan, you sound like such a fanboy.
Oh, hush. Moving on to... Yeah. I'll think about that. United States Championship match. AJ Styles defending the title against Kevin Owens with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee.
I'd like a reasonable explanation as to why Shane McMahon can no-sell a helicopter crash, but he's still fucking taking a ref bump.
Well,
He's
for
a
one, he
McMahon.
wasn't... They did a safe landing, so I don't know what you're talking about. You could have mentioned the Hell in a Cell. I think he was up way before then.
I'm just saying, like, he falls off buildings, but he takes a ref bump and he's dead.
Huh.
Well, I just like the fact that AJ Styles and Kevin Owens didn't even wait for the match to start. They just literally, during the introduction, were throwing blows back and forth. And like you said, Shane McMahon, oh God bless him. But I mean, trying to maintain order.
Right.
No. I mean, I love the fact that he got in the way of a 450 splash. It's like, oh, come on. But
Yep.
I felt bad for Owens. Like, my inner Broski came out for a minute because Owens thought that he'd won, but Sal's foot being on the rope during that 3 count, and of course KO was pissed. I was pissed. And I love the fact that him and McMahon went back and forth. And of course, Styles took advantage of it, hit him with the fucking phenomenal forearm, and Styles clashed, and that was it. I mean, I love the fact that, like I said, back and forth, just a flurry of slaps and punches. But it makes me laugh about how you said the no-sell. because one of the things that Owen said to McMahon was, "You fall off buildings and get back up, but can't get out, but can't get over there for a 3 count." I mean, I loved it. Overall, this I don't know. This was a pretty good match overall. I would have given it a B.
I thought this was the best match between Owens and Styles I had seen. I thought this was the best match they put on together.
Yep, most definitely.
Well, I think it'll give KO something high profile to do while freeing up AJ Styles for a fresh challenger. I mean, I feel it's pretty smart booking all the way around.
This is going to be, well, like I don't know how soon they're going to do the whole Shane versus Owens thing, but if he
Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's probably where it's going to happen, but that's not for another, few months. So, I mean, I don't see him logically being able to go after the U.S. title, and I don't think he'll join the WWE title hunt. So this is really the first time since since he's been in WWE that he's not going to have a title feud going, because since he debuted in NXT, he has always been in some sort of, chase for the title. He's never not been either defending a title or challenging for a title. And so this is going to be like the first time Owens will ever do anything outside of a title chase. So I'm excited to see that.
I have a feeling that they might. It's very, very, very out there, but could they be going for maybe him going insane again, and like what he did with Ring of Honor, and just go completely like nutso and have Shane fire him for like a month or two, and then like have some sort of like surprise return of Kevin Owens at like an AJ Styles match or something, or him attacking Shane in like his back or something.
I could see them doing what they did with Ellsworth, and I just realized this right now. James Ellsworth is one of the. I think this is like the first time they've ever done a storyline suspension that actually lasted the length of the supposed suspension, because a lot of times in storyline they'll suspend someone and they'll still be on TV like somehow. No, for once I think ever they suspended Ellsworth, storyline, and he actually stayed off TV for the 30 days. And
the best 30 days of my fucking life.
I could see them potentially doing that with Owens, just so that way he stays off TV. He's not doing anything that'll hurt his character, and when he comes back, he'll still have, something to do with the whole Shane McMahon story.
Yeah.
No, I'd have to agree with that. Sorry.
Logan, what did you think?
Logie Pierogi.
Logan.
Don't make me call you by Michael's nickname.
Logan.
Cold cuts.
Logan.
Logan's gonna kill me.
Logan!
Papa Shango was a really great character.
Logan.
Okay, fuck you, Lane. He was. I love Papa Shango. He was my favorite version of Charles Wright.
Logan. We lost Logan.
The Good Father could have been way better than what was going on in 2001.
Logan.
Good Father?
The Good Father. You don't remember The Good Father?
I think we lost Logan.
He was the Godfather, not the fucking Good Father.
No, he was the Good Father.
When the fuck was the Good Father?
Right to Censor, he was...
Logan!
Right to Censor.
I forgot that he was in Right to Censor.
Oh, God.
Alright, I don't know where the fuck Logan went, so I guess... Fuck it, I'm taking over? I don't know.
I don't know, because where the fuck did Logan go?
Oh, well, fuck it, I'm taking over.
No, you are not.
Well, do we sit here or do we continue?
Hang on. I've got Logan's phone number. Hang on. was in your hear random phone ring. Watch.
Boo.
I have a solution in the meantime. Let me just pull it up really quick. As a bit of a hold music, I present to you
As a bit of a hold music.
I'm so having issues.
Logan,
There
Jesus,
he is.
fuck me, dude.
I have no clue what is going on with my issues.
Get off your bootleg fucking interwebs, motherfucker.
I was about 4 seconds away from playing the Great Khali's theme song.
Oh god.
And I would have been dancing.
I guess I'll give my 2 cents and then try to move on, and hopefully this time it won't like cut out on me. Do not know what's going on. Kind of upset that it's their first live edition of the show and it's doing this to me.
Hey, no one has a good first time.
Well, obviously, Colin, because you're stuck with. Never mind. Never fucking mind.
Say it.
Logan, come on.
Say it. Do it.
Because you're stuck with the dick spot with Joey Ryan.
King of Dawn style.
Yes, sir.
I'll give my. I think this match is definitely going to move on to the Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. And what's next for AJ Styles? Well, simply
Aiden English.
What?
God, I hope
Aiden
not.
English. Honestly, I would much rather see. I would much rather see Chad Gable in there.
Ty Dillinger.
Ted.
Maybe a Tyler Dillinger, Sami Zayn, hell, even Shelton Benjamin and AJ Styles.
Shane McMahon.
Honestly, I would be on board for a Shane McMahon U.S. title run. Fuck it.
Why not?
Don't give WWE any ideas. Jesus Christ.
WWI.
I am fucking tired. You can suck my strap.
All right, let's move on. WWE Championship match: Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match pissed me the hell off. Shinsuke Nakamura did not win the title. Jinder Mahal did beat him because of the Singh brothers.
For all intents and purposes, this was practically a clean finish. I mean, aside
No, it's fucking bullshit.
Like, honestly, if they would have beaten Jinder, or not, they would have beaten Shinsuke in, I'm not a fan of, like, fuck finishes, but if they would have beaten Shinsuke with, like, a bigger fuck finish than this, I would have been okay with it. But no, for all intents and purposes, this was a clean finish. I mean, you had Shinsuke, beat the shit out of the Singh brothers for a brief second, but you still had Jinder hit the finish and pin him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well,
no, I about was ready to throw my fucking phone at the computer watching this match. I mean, why the fuck did the Singh brothers need to be there? I get they're the fucking little fucking butt buddy fuck boys of fucking Jinder Mahal, but
buddies.
Yeah.
How many matches do they have to literally get involved in until the referees actually just throw them out at the very beginning of the match?
Honestly.
Well, I mean, I thought going into this match, I thought it was going to be beautiful. Like, this was going to fucking play up Nakamura's fucking his talents. And, I mean, this match I felt was kind of anticlimactic, and I really felt it was kind of unfinished. I mean, the ending kind of speaks for... I mean, I guess this could allow for the feud to continue, but I don't know. I was pretty pissed. Overall, fuck that.
The senior referee, what's his name?
Mike Chioda?
I guess. He's been with the WWE since, 1997. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Dinosaur referee.
And he's to me, he's one of the best. I always enjoy watching it. It's weird. Is it weird to, be excited to see a certain referee in the match, too?
No, because fucking, what's his name? What the fuck? I can't think of the referee's name. Yes, Little Nate.
Shit.
I was disappointed when they replaced Little Nate in the WWE 2K video games.
Oh yeah.
That is
I was disappointed when they replaced him as the referee.
now the referee that they have on the 2K games look like nobody, even in the WWE.
Basically, yeah.
I was saying unless you create a referee, but
Yeah.
yeah, let me just create a referee because I'm feeling some type of way. I want my Little Nate, you fucks. Give me back Little Nate. Give me back fucking Mike Chioda. Give me my fucking referees from fucking yesteryear. I don't care if that makes me sound bitter as all fuck. Give me my fucking referees, you bastards.
I would like to have Drake Younger be a ref.
Oh my god.
Yes.
In the game.
I like him, yeah.
That would be beautiful.
I want to see Scott Armstrong be like the referee.
I miss Scott Armstrong.
Yeah, but I think he retired.
He didn't like retire. He's like a backstage guy, and occasionally he'll be a referee if like for a storyline. But
yeah, but honestly, I think this match I don't think they're finished between the two. I think the feud's going to move on, continue, and I think Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the belt at the end of the day. At the end of this feud, he's going to win it somehow, some way.
I do think by the end of this, Nakamura will definitely be WWE champion.
Oh yeah,
because apparently they have the India tour coming up, so they probably wanted Jinder to be champion for the India tour. But once the tour is up, they should drop the belt.
They have to.
Go ahead, Lane.
They have to. It's going to be terrible if they do. If he keeps on being champion the way he is now, I've thought of a list that's better than Jinder, and I think if they had those guys on, I think it would be a heck of a lot of fun to watch wrestling again.
All right, yep, that's true. Gilbert would be awesome.
Gilbert.
Yep. Any final thoughts on this match so we can move on to the main event of the evening?
Fuck WWE.
It's still not been rectified for Corbin's loss, and I am pissed off. That's all.
I understand that. Like, everybody predicted, Baron Corbin to cash in, and then Vince McMahon was just like, I don't want them to think that make him lose it to SmackDown before.
Corbin wouldn't swallow, so Vince got pissed.
Oh. I mean, it's not wrong.
It was his belly button that got him.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The belly button wouldn't swallow.
Oh, God. I fucking hate you guys.
Yeah, that's...
All right, can we get to the main event, please?
Yep, time to go to the main event. It was for the WWE Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar defending it with Paul Heyman versus Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
This was my match of the night. I fucking loved this match.
Yep, my match of the night too.
I thought this match was fucking insane. Fucking, you had... God damn it, I want him to win the title so bad. But you had Braun Strowman, putting Lesnar through one announce table, then two announce table, and then fucking dumping the third one on top of him. I mean, you had that sweet-ass barricade spear that was kind of out of nowhere. I mean, shit, it was already match of the night 5 minutes into the match.
Yep, I completely agree. Coming out of this match, I hope all of us can agree that Braun Strowman looked the strongest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I wanted Braun to win.
That was my pick. That was my pick in the predictions.
Okay, that was mine, just because when I did Braun, oh, that's so cute. Fuck you guys. I don't think you guys are ever going to let me look at it. Oh, that was the cutest Braun Strowman impression ever.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Hey, it was James, not us. But I mean, hey, it's one of those instances where I'm pissed off that I was right because I said Brock would retain, and that's exactly what he did. Did I want that to happen? Hell no. But I mean, at the end of the day, Vince wants the crossover with UFC to happen, and this is how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, actually, to me, all four of these guys came out strong, but Braun was like the top of the food chain on this. Brock Lesnar looked strong coming back from everything that happened. Samoa Joe was just like the extra piece of the puzzle. Honestly,
Joe and Roman were kind of just there. To me, Lesnar and Strowman were the definite like standout. Even though Lesnar missed 5, 6, 7 minutes of the match, Lesnar and Strowman to me those were the standouts of the match. Those were the most entertaining parts whenever they were doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Braun makes every segment match more intense, more scarier, and that's the cool thing about him is nobody wants to go up against Braun Strowman, and this is really this is wrestling that is already pandered to the audience, but Braun Strowman made himself look just phenomenal in this match. No pun intended to AJ Styles. I think Braun Strowman will get an opportunity for this title against Brock Lesnar at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, I hear that Lesnar doesn't want to drop the belt to Roman because Lesnar does not like Roman Reigns, and so I guess, and apparently Brock Lesnar has a clause in his contract that states if he doesn't want to drop the belt to someone, he doesn't have to, and that's why Roman hasn't won, and
the Hogan rule.
Basically, yeah. And I think Lesnar would probably be on board to drop to Strowman. And I really, there's a lot of money in Lesnar versus Strowman one-on-one because that's a match. Because in the beginning of this match when Joe and Roman were on the outside and you had the Lesnar Strowman stare down, the fans were going nuts. And when they actually started, fighting each other, the crowd went nuts because that's where the money is. Those are the two that people want to see together.
Yeah,
I would agree. I still was sad that I didn't get my prediction right about Joe choking out Lesnar.
There was multiple opportunities for that to actually happen, and not just to Brock Lesnar, but to Roman Reigns. I don't know if he got that submission on Braun. I can't remember.
I think he tried, but it didn't really work. I know he got it on Roman, and I know he got it on Brock, but I don't think he got it on Braun.
Now, we do know that most of the times, not many legends actually post on Twitter, their thoughts on a main event unless it's something crazy. And that's what happened. Stone Cold Steve Austin actually tweeted, "Damn, what a main event. Awesome match. Great ride. Hard work. Hashtag SummerSlam at WWE."
Oh, yeah, by the way, off topic, but speaking of legends, I just realized, are we going to completely ignore the fact that Shawn Michaels came out during the pre-show dressed as Colonel Sanders?
Who?
Shawn Michaels. He came out dressed as Colonel Sanders, and that was...
I didn't see Shawn Michaels. I saw Colonel Sanders.
Oh, fuck off, Lane. What a weird fucking segment to have. And nothing happened. That was the thing. He literally came out dressed as Colonel Sanders, made his entrance, and then that was that. What the fuck?
I honestly saw Shawn Sanders,
He did do a baseball slide.
Sanders.
But that KFC commercial they did run, where they had all the WWE superstars dressed as Colonel Sanders. I did enjoy that. Now, I wanted some KFC after I saw that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but like I said, I saw Colonel Michaels or Sean Sanders.
Michaels.
I think my favorite part of the commercial was when R-Truth came in the getup, and Ziggler was like, "Are you here for the audition too?" And R-Truth just like, "What audition?"
I think my favorite part was actually Heath Slater. I got kids.
I love Heath Slater. Heath Slater, by the rule of life, has to win the Universal title. Jinder is WWE champion.
Three-man band reunion, goddammit.
Slater has to win the Universal title, goddammit.
Agreed.
Oh my god.
Anyways, back to the main event. KFC aside.
Y'all make me want KFC and they're fucking closed right now. Fuck you guys.
I would say go
Honestly,
to, but they're not open on Sundays.
Yeah,
well,
Chick-fil-A on Sundays. God damn you bitches.
honestly, I think coming out of this match, like all the table spots on Brock Lesnar, Brock actually made it seem so real when he like put up the X sign, like, yep, I'm injured. I need to go to the back.
Yeah, I noticed that when Lesnar was on the floor, he threw up the X, and I was like, "Oh shit! All right, I like that. That's cool."
Yep, and then Braun Strowman actually threw another commentator's chair at Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe.
I love that.
Freaking awesome. But I will say I was very, very pissed off at Roman Reigns with that botch with the steel steps after he actually hit Braun Strowman with the corner of the freaking steel steps, and I was just like, wow.
Oh, was that why Braun was bleeding from like the side of the head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All I know is this: if Roman had fucking won, I would have fucking rioted.
I think it's like I thought it was interesting that Roman was the one that got pinned. Like to me, if Lesnar
was totally okay with that.
If Lesnar was going to retain, I thought Joe was going to be the one they pinned again. But it was a breath of fresh air to see Roman take the pin there, and to me personally, I feel like that was Vince McMahon or someone in the back taking a dig at all the people saying there's going to be a Shield reunion at the end of the show. Dean and Seth are going to help Roman win. I feel like it was a dig that they had Roman take the pin.
Yeah. And when he took the pin, I honestly thought Braun, Samoa Joe, Brock was going to like leave the entrance and all that, and then Undertaker show up.
Yeah, I heard that Undertaker was supposed to be there, and he was supposed to make an appearance, and I'm so glad that he didn't. I want that man to stay retired and stay as far the fuck away from wrestling as he can at this point.
Agreed.
I don't disagree with that. I love Taker, but
I love him too. That's why I don't want him to wrestle again, because I want this man to live past 70.
True.
Well, there was Jim Ross actually said that he is active and could come back at any time. Kurt Angle said he's not done. Kurt Angle said that he thinks The Undertaker is not done until The Undertaker actually physically tells you and tells WWE officials backstage, including Vince McMahon, that he is done. And as of what Jim Ross and Kurt Angle have said, he has stated he's not done yet.
See, I see all those, and in my mind I'm thinking, okay, cool. He just hasn't done it yet. Technically, okay, yeah, I guess he is still an active competitor, but he's not gonna wrestle. Eventually he'll come out and say, yeah, guys, no, I'm done. Because, I mean, you can't have the ending of WrestleMania 33 and still have Undertaker come back and wrestle again. That would ruin everything.
Well, the rumor that was going around that is if the Undertaker returned tonight, last night, he was going to return as the American Badass Undertaker. So.
Oh God, I would have killed myself.
Oh, jeez.
I wouldn't have been against it because, I think all of his characters need like that one last send off for the Undertaker.
Have his actual final send off be the American Badass.
I'd rather have Big Evil.
Big Evil?
I thought Big Evil and the American Badass were essentially the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be against it no matter what. Maybe a little, but
I would totally be against it. He needs to stop. Like, I love Undertaker, but no, let the man see fucking retired, please.
I just thought of something. I don't think I should say it.
Say it.
Already teased this. Go ahead.
I see if Undertaker comes back as like Big Evil or American Badass Undertaker, maybe he should be, instead of riding like one of those, like one of his motorcycles, maybe like a tricycle motorcycle or like a motorized wheelchair out to the ring.
It's one of those mopeds that old people ride in Walmart. Yes, or
what's the thing called where it's two wheels and you have the handlebar?
Segway.
What is it? That's
the little
God, I hate you guys.
Shout out to Travis. I honestly think you're Bruce Pritchard.
Oh God.
But I think this is the finals for Future Wrestling Podcast, SummerSlam post-show edition. This has been a long night.
I have literally, from 2 p.m., and we're probably going to wrap up maybe a little before 11 p.m., because I'm in California, so, my time, not yours, but from about 2 p.m. to fucking almost 11 p.m., I have been doing nothing but watching wrestling, tweeting about wrestling, talking about wrestling. I'm so ready to fucking go to bed and just do nothing involving wrestling.
Words.
And tomorrow I'm gonna get up and watch Raw and then SmackDown and then fucking
205 Live, NXT.
Being a wrestling fan is a lot of wrestling. My God.
Yeah.
Yep. But I can't get enough of it.
Tell me.
One last thing, shout out to Jay. He's watching the stream. But
Jay,
this has
I love you.
Well, Jay, you're loved. This has been the SummerSlam post show for Future Wrestling Podcast. We had Lane. We also had Colin Dunn and Slits, aka Kristen from Slam Pigs podcast, and we also had Travis on as well from Slam Pigs, who owns Slam Pigs. And if you want to check out Travis's YouTube channel at Bicky TMD, do that right now because he is awesome. He is Bruce Pritchard. I didn't say that right, Bruce Pritchard.
Somebody can't talk. You need to go to bed, Logan.
Yeah. Well, you need to go to bed because, I have to
be up at fucking 7:50, but I stay up. I do this to myself every single pay-per-view, every single fucking cruise control.
Bruce Pritchard, Logan, for God's sake.
Oh, holy shit, Travis.
There he is. There he is.
Oh, holy fucking shit. Beautiful.
Well, that was like a damn cameo coming in. Just
wait,
boom.
Before we end, I have to add, just Logan, really quick. What was your thoughts on the main event?
It was better than anything.
Not Logan. I meant Travis. My bad.
Oh.
Main event was probably second best match of the night for me. I know I already signed off earlier. It was a fun match. Probably, I kind of knew once they stretched Brock out halfway through that he was going to win, just to make him look stronger. I didn't think he was leaving the WWE, for God's sakes. I would have liked to seen Joe get it, but unfortunately that's not the route they went. But I'm fine with it, whatever. At least it's not Roman.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that.
I'm saying bye for a second time. Follow me on Twitter at DMCTD. I'm out of here for good.
And Lane, well, let's wrap it up. Lane, where can they check you out, and what do you do on the internets?
Hammer Productions. I do videos and stuff like that. New videos are coming out. Please, if you want to, go watch it. Code of Honor, one of my favorite videos to make on the YouTubes at Hammers Productions. You can also check me out on Twitter at Hammers Prods.
Thank you, Lane, for coming on tonight. I very appreciate it. Colin Dunn, where can they check you out on Twitter? And you're gay. And you're gay. Anything? Gay?
No, just
anything.
Just my gay. You can check me out on Twitter at UberTieGuy. You can check me out on the Pro Wrestling Podcast on the James Hebert Side 95 channel. Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Colin, for coming on tonight. And Slits, Kristen, where can they check you out on Twitter? You can also catch her on Slam Pigs Cruise Control.
Let me whore myself out. I'm Slitsy for a reason, goddammit.
Damn.
You can follow me on Twitter at fuck me, Jesus Christ.
Told you,
at Miss March 89. No, Logan, goddammit. On Twitter at Miss March 89. Instagram at Miss March 1989. Since someone took my name, fuck you, whoever you are. And Snapchat is Lady Luck 89, 2 I's, 2 K's, and as Logan stated earlier, I am also on Slam Pigs Cruise Control as well, where you can catch me there. Eventually, I'll have my own shit.
Thank you, Kristen, for, of course, coming on and hosting this with me. And guys, it's now time to end this thing, and
go the fuck to sleep.
Yep, go to fuck to sleep. You can check me out on Twitter at LoganMyers144, and you can check our new video coming out maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You never know when we will have a big show with just me and Broski, going back to our regular show. You know, previewing NXT from the Wednesday night. But this has been it. Future is here, and the future is now.
Almost to the mountaintop, you slip and fall just like a stone, rolling ever faster to this nightmare you have sown. You had it all right in your grasp, but in a breath, your minute passed. Now at last the end has come, you were all alone, out of time.